Okay. All right, we went live quick. You know, from when we announced it
to when we actually went
live, we went live quick. All right, well, here we are. We are live. You know what, Sam?
Yes.
What time is it right now? It's in Germany.
It is 2:10 a.m.
in the a.m.
It's
in the
early
in the Germany's. And so that back home for me, that would make it. It's like 6 hours early. So what is that?
No, you're 9. You're 9 hours.
You're 9 hours. I'm 6.
Oh yeah, I'm 9.
You're 9 hours. Anyways.
Oh man. So if it's 2 here and I'm 9 hours early, that's gonna put me at 5 p.m. Is that right? 2.
I can't do math. Anyways, okay. So what do we got?
Joseph Pikus says, "Good evening. I'm driving to Philadelphia, and you're my entertainment."
Oh,
Joseph,
Pilkus.
Don't watch YouTube while you're driving.
Joe Pilkus, he's the man.
Is he?
Yeah, Joe.
Your wife joined.
Joe's awesome. Oh yeah, Joe's great. Joe.
Hi, Brittany.
Thanks for watching, brother. And Brittany, thanks for watching. Love you. All right, so let's start up now. We're gonna go switching back and forth because actually, Sam is going to be moderating the conversation. So if you have questions, please ask. Sam's got you covered. Now, thing is, Sam's also got my notes. So I'm going to be asking.
You were supposed to get your iPad for your notes.
Yeah, that I dropped the ball on that. I'm going to say
that didn't happen. You looked at your phone and immediately went live.
I did. I dropped the ball on that.
Oh, Joseph said he loves you too.
Oh.
Joseph, I don't know you, but I feel like we could be friends.
He's a great guy.
Is he?
Yeah, Pilkus is great. He's good people.
But
okay.
I still think that it's a bad decision to watch YouTube while you're driving.
Not if you're watching us.
Because we're far less distracting.
Right. So before we get going on, I want to give you a little Essen tip. If you go to your local Essen bar that you befriend.
Oh, Joseph says we met. Oh, see, now I feel like a dick.
Oh, you are.
I'm sorry, Joseph. I mean, a lot of people. I'm sure if I saw you, I'd recognize you. So I apologize if I don't recognize you by name. Anyway, go on.
I apologize. Anyways, if you get friendly with your local bartender, careful what you order, because let's hold up your drink, Sam. And Sam's been drinking on his. His looked like mine. I've sipped on mine. What is this?
This is Glenlivet 15-year French Oak Reserve.
And there's like, what, 12 shots in here?
There are 12 shots in each of our drinks. Now, they're European shots, so it's not like American shots.
So,
they're a little bit smaller, but it's still a significant amount of whiskey.
I was going to get a nice rum and Coke. Something simple, something easy to just take the edge off before we go live. And then Sam ordered his drink, and he said, double? And he said, yeah. Double. Well, because we got 2 of these.
I'm used to in the States, I order a double because you get a double shot.
I get it.
And then he pulled out 2 glasses and about filled the glass.
So we got like 24 shots of booze in here. So I'm helping Sam. This is me helping. This is me being a good Samaritan. All right.
I appreciate your drinking.
So let's start out. Now that we got this up, let's start day two at Essen. Day two at Essen Spiel. Now this time I got this down more. As soon as I saw a demo, as soon as I could get in there, I was in there, right? So I got a little more done than I did last time. And if I couldn't get into the demo, I listened or watched. I observed, like it was like Animal Kingdom, right? I observed the game players in their natural habitat so I could bring that news to you. Now, remember, I have only a few hours on the floor because I am helping my good friends at Gamelyngames. Great stuff.
And we appreciate it.
Yeah, if you're at Spiel, go to Gamelyn. Say hi to me. Say hi to these guys. Just buy stuff.
Also, if you're at Spiel, go to bed. Don't make the poor decisions that we're making by staying up till 2:30.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. First thing I gotta say. Oh, I finally got to meet up with Mr. Rodney Smith today. I bumped into him in the hall. Sweetest guy. Girl came up to him. She asked him for an autograph. She was basically shaking. She asked for it. She was so excited to see him, which is awesome. Rodney, if you're watching,
he's not.
No, he's not. But if anybody, if the thing is, well, he's busy. He's a busy Yeah,
he is. He's probably being the smart one and sleeping right now.
Yeah, he's good because tomorrow we see Rodney's gonna be like wide-eyed, bushy-tailed. He's gonna be like, hey, blah, 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 all happy and smiles. We're gonna be dragging our asses there. Just, but anyways, Rodney, you're great, brother. Bumped into him. Said my highs, and some girl that was at the show came up. She was just gushing over him, and she asked for his autograph. And he signed it. And when she was taking her pen, I don't know if you noticed this, but she was like shaking. I was watching. She had this little shiver, it was like, wow, that's awesome that you could have that kind of like impact on somebody. So that was cool.
So I first met Rodney at BGG Con, and I was not shaking when I met him, but I came across, he was playing a game, and I just said hello. And he immediately started engaging with me.
Does he play?
Apparently he does.
No.
I've seen him do it.
Really?
He started talking to me and chatting me up. Like, I just said, hi. It's nice to meet you. I'm Sam. And he immediately started into a conversation. Basically a stereotypical, what I as an American think of as a Canadian. Just very friendly.
Us Canadians are great people.
And he was just having a beer, playing a game, that started telling me about the game, telling me all this stuff and asking me questions, and I was amazed. Rodney's a really great guy.
He's good people. So, anyways, I said my highs and buys and went off. I just like to touch that. It was nice that I got to see Rodney. Let's scroll mine for a second there. Okay. You got them loaded up. All right. So, just so I don't forget. All right, we're good. Paranormal. Okay. So, as far as games go, let's get into games. I checked out, and I think you saw the art at least on this. I don't think you saw it played. It was Paranormal Detective.
Yes, yeah.
Lucky Duck Games,
stopped there right before the show, and I took a look at it with you.
Yeah, and it was
very quickly.
Yeah, it was Lucky Duck Games, and I went back later to go check out Paranormal Detective, and it was cool, right? The artwork, I love the artwork on the box.
It looks very interesting.
It's got like
it's very intriguing.
Great use of color. It's very like comic booky, cartoony type of style to it. The box cover's got like like the dead guy. Looks like a ghosty spirit, and he's like, it's like glossy where he is, and then it's got all the characters kind of looking down at him. Anyways, it's great artwork. Love it. And I was watching it kind of like shouted Mysterium to me. And I love Mysterium. I don't know about you guys. Huge Mysterium fan. This has got like Mysterium like just painted all over, just like rubbed all over it in the good way. Like the best parts of Mysterium all just kind of mushed in here. And because basically you're all detectives. You're trying to solve this murder talking to ghosts, because that's what detectives do. And this is kind of like becoming a genre on its own of like detectives or somebody talking to the dead to solve crime. Right? I don't know why today's police don't do that. It seems like the way to go, right? Because I've had plenty of successful Mysterium missions. This seems like the obvious. If you're listening, seems like the obvious way to go.
It reminds me of the TV show Psych.
What? Is that an American thing?
Oh, well, of course. Most of the things that I say are going to be an American thing.
Well, then I don't know.
It was an American TV show on a network, actually, coincidentally called USA. But it was about a guy who was just very smart, but also very goofy. He actually reminds me a little bit of you. But he got hired by his police department, where he basically pretended like he was that he could see things. He was
like a medium?
Yeah, like a medium.
Okay.
But he was totally just a very smart person that saw things that other detectives didn't catch, because he was just very, very intelligent.
Yeah.
And it went for like 7 seasons, and then they made a movie out of it. It was hilarious. They had a pineapple in every episode. Every episode, if you look.
All right. Was it talking pineapple?
No, just a pineapple. Just pineapple somewhere. Anyway, that reminded me of it. Sorry for the tangent.
Anyways, so Paranormal Detectives. So here's the deal. It's really cool. I was actually going to pick it up, but I decided not to, but only because...
Also, people are liking that. I'm getting like Joseph's a yas. And Jason Owen is giving us the sunglasses smiley face.
Oh, that's cool. The best kind of compliment.
Cool.
So...
and then Brittany said something.
Who cares what Brittany said? She's not here.
She gave a detective and then a ghost.
So
at least someone's staying on topic.
In Paranormal Detective, it's really cool because as the ghost is, from what I gathered, from what I watched, and I asked a lot of questions. the ghost they know what the case is, and as the ghost, they'll read out what the story is of the case, and they have all the answers, like who did it, where it happened, why it happened, blah blah blah. There's like 5 or 6 or something different answers, right? And they have the other players at the board, and they have these little dry erase boards that they write what they think the answers are, or their clues. I guess I don't know what you can write on that because I didn't get a chance to play because I just didn't have time. There's a lot of people that are waiting in line for it.
Well, they sold out today.
Yeah, they sold out. That game sold out at Essen today. I was gonna buy a copy, but the reason I didn't was because it's gonna go. It's gonna be available in like a week. So I thought I just wait, one less thing for me to carry home.
Well, the point of Essen is you get it first.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you play it or not, you got it first.
Yeah, it's true. But I figured like by the time I get a chance to play it, it'll be available in stores in Canada. So I'll just.
Also, I'm way far ahead of you in Scotch.
You are. It's because you like Scotch.
That's true.
So.
You told me you liked this Scotch. This is a really good Scotch.
As far as Scotches go, that's not bad. Okay. Anyways, so here's how the game works. The ghost can speak. Now they have certain powers. I don't remember what the ghost powers are exactly, but they have cards that they can do so they can trigger certain abilities. But what I did like, this I did take note of, is the detectives, they have a set of cards as well with superpowers that they can do. So you can make the ghosts do things to get clues. So the ghost, you play a card, like you're the detective, you play a card, and it says the ghost can mouth one word. They can't say it, they can mouth it. So it's like one clue. So they're trying to give you a clue to something. So they'll be like, right? And they're trying to mouth a word, and you're trying to figure out what that is. There's this little Ouija board thing that they can do where they put tokens. I don't think it's on the letters. It's like groups of letters. So you put a token on these letters to indicate that it's using one of these letters. Like the clue you're looking for starts with one of these letters. And there's also this like bendy, wiry thing where they can trigger you to use this. So it's almost like this Pictionary, but with this piece of wire. So you're trying to bend a clue into this wire thing. Another way you can communicate with the ghosts is you can trigger them where you hold the pen or the dry erase marker and they control your hand and they draw a picture, but it's got to be a single line. They can't break. Once it breaks, the picture has to stop. So yeah, they grab your hand and they draw it. It's cool, man. Like there's so many little different aspects, and there's like this. I don't know what the body was, but there's like an outline of a body, and you put like little wound icons on there. I don't remember what that did exactly. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to play it, but it seemed cool. It had this like very mysterious vibe where the ghost can't talk, but the clues the ghost can give is determined by the clues, the power cards that the detectives play at the right time to ask the right answers. So they're asking answers and they're giving you powers to say certain things.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it sounds really cool. And I think from what I remember, everybody gets 2 guesses, but you're all working together. So I think it is a co-op game, if I remember correctly.
For not playing it, you remember a lot about this game.
I was trying to pay attention, man. It seemed really cool. And so... And the game seems affordable. Like from as far as Canadian prices go, I checked Board Game Bliss pre-orders, and it was $35.95. That's pretty good. $35.95 Canadian. That's pretty good. That's like American. That's like what, $4? So like the exchange rate's horrible.
$4.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Captain Exaggeration over here.
But yeah, so that seemed really cool. The arts were great. I'd suggest you look into it. If you like Mysterium type games, I didn't get to play it, but this seems like a decent game to look into. All right, what's next on the notes, Sam?
All right, let's see.
I'll take a sip of my
Also,
drink.
Jason Owen said medic, and I'm not entirely sure what he meant by that. You got
Oh, what do we got here?
Sorcerer of Star Realms and
okay.
Belgian Parpier.
Yes. Okay. Well, I can take it from there. Those 3 notes are good. So, this is great.
Oh, Brittany asked how many people can play.
Oh, question. When I saw it, it was
way to keep us on task, Brittany.
When I saw it, it was like I think 4 people playing. I think there was 1 ghost and 3 detectives. I don't know if that was maxed out, but that might have been because I didn't see anybody I didn't see more than 4 people playing it at any point. But it might have been 5. Like max might have been 5, as in 1 ghost, 4 players. But I'm not sure. With the game I saw, there was 1 ghost and 3 detectives.
And Jason says his comment was from Starship Troopers.
Oh, like the medic, like that type of thing.
Mm-hmm. That was the comment was a while ago.
All right, thanks, Sam.
That was
like 3 scotch ago.
That was 12. That was 3 normal drinks ago.
All right. So, this tastes terrible. Now,
oh come on! This is a very good scotch. We don't have to keep talking about that though. That was last night's topic.
So next thing,
Sorcerer City.
A sorcerer.
Or not Sorcerer City.
No, that's different.
That's different. That's actually. Have you seen that?
No,
it's very good.
I backed it.
So I play tested that. We're gonna come to it, but I play tested Sorcerer City like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago at SaltCon with the board game Brawling Brothers podcast.
Yeah.
Ella from Ella Loves Board Games. She's now with like the Meeple.
Yeah.
Man versus Meeple, and then Jess, who was Board Game Girl on Instagram, and it was fantastic. Now it's been it's been delayed like 12 times.
Yeah, well, you know why? I was watching Game the Game and James Hudson was there, and he was demoing it.
Yeah.
And apparently, the coins, how they if I remember this correctly from the video I watched, the coins when they lock together, the engineering that goes behind that was a little more complicated than they thought when they when they came up with that idea. So it was the metal coins, I think, that slowed the whole process down for Sorcerer City.
I think there's a lot, but I'm not going to go into it.
Yeah, no, sorry. But the game looked interesting.
It is fantastic.
I haven't tested it.
It's like a tile. It's a deck building game with tiles that adds in a real time component. So like you build a deck of tiles and then you draw those tiles from your deck in a real time and you build a city out of it, one tile at a time, but you only have 60 seconds to do it.
That sounds pretty awesome.
It's awesome, and then you have track of resources and you gain victory points and like resources in different ways.
Fun fact, I don't know if she remembers, but actually Sorcerer City was I believe if it wasn't the first, it was the second game that Brittany ever backed herself on Kickstarter. Something about it, she saw it popped and she was like, that's the game we're gonna get. So I was like, all right, I want to go keep talking, I'll be right back. What I'm saying, where's my game? Where's my here it is.
Okay, before you get into that, Level Z26 says, I heard there was some type of update teaser to King of Tokyo. Do you guys know anything about it?
No, but I will.
I saw the King of Tokyo booth and I saw they had some booster stuff, like new monsters, but I didn't.
Oh,
I haven't played. I have King of New York, but I haven't played it in a long time.
Where's their booth? What hall?
I think it's in Hall 5.
Oh, Hall 5.
I think they're Hall 5.
So like behind you guys.
Yes.
All right. So
and then Jason Owen is asking about anything about Hour of Need from Blacklist Games. No, but I am friends with Brady Sadler, who's one of the designers of that. That was just a side note. There really wasn't anything to follow up.
That's good. Actually, no, this is good that you guys are asking because yesterday I wanted to really know like what did you guys want to see so I could go look for that because you got to understand if you're not asking, there's so much, right? Like there's a
ridiculous amount. But I don't think Blacklist Games is in Essen, or at least not with Brady and Adam.
Oh, really?
The Sadler brothers, the designers.
Well, the thing is, like, there's so much. Like, if people want you to check some things, and I want to check as much as possible for you guys, but there's like so many people. It's so big. It's easily you can miss entire sections of things.
Yes,
easily. And so, trying to get demos and try to get things out, it's like I want to. So I'm gonna check out King of Tokyo, if I can. I will, and then that'll be tomorrow's video. So I'll check out King of Tokyo, see what's new. And then what was the other game?
Hour of Need.
Hour of Need.
I think that's the superhero game from Blacklist Games.
I love superheroes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not like a licensed superhero. It's
That's fine. Superheroes, man.
Oh, Jason says people. Blacklist Games is at booth 6C103, so they're in Hall 6.
Oh, so even further back. All right.
So they're in. Well, we walked through there to get to our booth.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll check both of those, and we've got notes now that you guys have commented. Thank you very much. So I'll check that tomorrow. So tomorrow's video, hopefully those will be in there. I will try my best.
And maybe I'll message Brady Sadler, ask him about it.
Ooh, can you get him here?
I'm pretty sure he's in Indiana.
That's fine.
It'd be a tall order to get him here.
Could you just hop in the subway from Indiana, Germany? Isn't there a line?
Yes.
I don't know geography. Anyways, okay, so thing is, I met
Sorcerer.
Yeah. So I met Peter from
White
Wizard, and you probably know them for like Star Realms, and
Hero Realms.
Yeah, and Sorcerer. So it was Peter was a great guy, right? He's a great I met him. He's a fan of the show, which was awesome, and he just came up to me while we were drinking coffee, and he was like, "Yeah, come down to the booth." So yeah, I went down, visited the booth. He showed me around. He wants to give some demos, which is great. I want to go get some demos. Peter, if you're watching, I want to get the demos. I want to play Star Realms with you. I do. I was actually headed there today.
Have you ever played Star Realms?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I played on my app all the time.
Check it out.
I have the app.
So
100%.
Peter was nice enough to hook me up with some Star Realms. So
I've not tried the new Frontiers.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Like, I've heard about Star Realms. I'm not like oblivious to Star Realms. I've just never played it. Right? There's so much to play. How do you choose? And then Sorcerer. So that's pretty cool because I was eyeing this at Gen Con. So that it was. I'm hoping to get a demo of this tomorrow because then that way I won't have to read the rules. That's my plan. Because I like learning new games. But I prefer when people teach them to me.
Sure.
So yeah, I got this, which is I'm excited to play. Very excited to play that.
I've wanted that for a bit.
Oh really?
I don't know much about it, but just looking at it,
it looks pretty, right? Like, and I love deck building games. That's how me and Bree really got started. That's how we connected on board games, was deck builders.
Well, and Jason has a question. He said, "Did you get your tavern board game?"
No, I didn't. Tomorrow morning.
I held it in my hands today, and I almost bought it just based off of your excitement about it.
Oh, I'm getting it tomorrow morning. That's my goal. Tomorrow morning, and I told Brittany I saw it.
And Brittany says she wants to know too. She wants to know if she can have that tavern board game.
I told Brittany about it, and Brittany was all like, "Oh, you got it!" So I was like, "All right."
And Jason knows that she's already upset.
Yeah. So,
Jason, you know what's going on. You know what's up.
So yeah. So I'm gonna get it tomorrow. I will pick it up tomorrow for sure. Because as exhibitors we can get in there early.
You just made your wife cry.
So I'm hoping between.
She's crying.
No, don't cry emoji me. So between.
It's happening. She's sitting with her parents, being comforted as she's bawling because she does not have the tavern board game.
Yeah. Okay, it'll happen, Brittany. If you're watching, it'll happen. So between 9 and 10, when we get there early, I'm gonna rush over to their booth. And Brittany scouted out their booth numbers for me, so I got it on my phone, so I know where I'm gonna go.
Brittany, if he doesn't get it for you, I'll get it.
They're in Hall 3. See, I know that much. They're in Hall 3. I don't remember the exact number. It's written down. So I'm gonna check it out tomorrow. All right. So I'm excited, and I'm hoping to tomorrow meet up with Peter so he can teach me some Star Realms and maybe some Sorcery. Get a little demo of that. And what was the other notes? Hold on, no, there was more. There's Star Realms.
It was Sorcerer, Star Realms, Belgian Beer Bar.
Oh yeah. If you're following that Board Game Coffee Instagram channel, there's a place with a keg right in the center of Hall 4. It's not far from us.
No, like 50 feet, 100 feet?
Yeah, and it's the Belgian...
Or what are you saying, Canada, meters?
Beer bar, whatever, man. It's the Belgian beer bar. So they got gaming tables. They got this whole section cornered off, like right in the center. And they got these like giant billboards, and they got tables for you to play, and then there's this little mini bar where it's like €4 for like a draft, but they take 6 because they give you this glass. If you give the glass back, they give you €2 back, and it's right in the middle there. And I love that you can do it. You can walk off with your beer, and that I followed the trail of beer, right? Because I saw somebody drinking out of a glass of beer at a booth, and they're watching somebody play, and I was like, where'd you get that? I see that guy with the beer. I see that guy with the beer. So I followed the trail, and I found them, man. I found them.
Followed the beer trail.
Like a detective. It was like
You're a scout.
It was like a hound.
You use your nose to fish it out.
All right, and I went and I found it. So the Belgian beer bar, that's awesome. The fact that you can just sit in the middle of the conference and just have a beer, and there's people there, and then people had their kids and they sat them up right on the bar, and they were drinking. The kids were just chill. It's great. Everybody's great. Nobody's uptight. Everybody's cool.
Last year, funny story.
And the beer tastes great. Before you start, all the beer I've had in Germany, if it's yellow, I've liked it.
Last year, Nathan from Gamelyngames, we were walking around in Hall 6, and we came across a couple places that were doing, drinks. That they had their own, whether it be distilleries or whatnot. And this one guy had some mead, and mead is very strong.
All I know about mead is Vikings drink it in video games.
Yeah, it's strong.
And
usually
HBO.
It's like 13% alcohol by volume, typically. But Nathan and I were walking around. We found one that was actually 22% alcohol by volume.
Is this beer? Is mead beer?
Kind of. I can't say exactly how it's distilled, but it's similar to beer.
Okay.
But much stronger. And we were tasting it and having it, and it was like we had a couple of them were pretty good, and they were just giving us free shots. But it's very strong, so all of a sudden, Nathan and I were feeling it. And we took a moment to look at the bottles as we were talking to this guy who was very personable, very, welcoming, very nice. And we looked at the bottles and we were like, is that a swastika?
What?
Yeah.
It's like Nazis?
The dude had swastikas on his bottles. And we're drinking, we're like, these are really good. Like, do you have someone to bring this to America? Like, that would be really good. And, we had this whole discussion with him. And then we noticed, like, oh no, there are swastikas on his packaging. And as soon as we noticed that, we're like, good to see you, bud. We're going that way.
Yeah. Careful with this. You're like a few inches away from a Heil.
Yeah. We didn't see him this year.
Okay. That's
Jason's has now. The mead talk is
right.
Getting him out of here.
Okay. So
let's back to board games.
All right, so back to board games. So, what was next? What was our next topic?
Cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll. Oh yeah. Also, if you're walking around Essen, there's these cinnamon roll things. They're pretty cool. They're like these bread things. They have holes in them. They're like tubes. They're like pipes, like bread pipes that are cinnamon flavored. Yep. It's awesome.
Jason is not leaving. He said that's what he would say to the guy. Bye-bye.
Okay. So yeah, there's these bread cinnamon roll thing. They're like pipes, and they're like just wrapped. They're great. They're about this big. They're like €5, and they're delicious.
I don't know. I gave you money, and I feel like I didn't get change.
Because you gave me €10. You said get 2.
I'm just.
So they're €5. Whether they were or not, that's what I charged to pick them up. So
the delivery fee.
Yeah, delivery fee.
Your Uber Eats right now. Your convention Uber Eats.
Yeah. So that was all I ate for lunch today, but that was great. That was delicious. All right, but those are available if you're there. What else do you have?
Chartered.
It's chartered. So you just drop your phone.
Don't worry about it.
No, I got it. All right.
I'm gonna pause for just a moment.
Chartered. It was a Kickstarter, which I actually missed. I didn't see Chartered on Kickstarter. And I go through Kickstarter all the time. There's just so much. It's easy to miss things. One thing Kickstarter could improve? Their search engine. Anyways, Sam will be back. So, thing with Chartered is I saw it there. I didn't know what it was, but it looks cool. I think I might have shared some pictures on Instagram. But, it looks cool, but also it's got a very brown, kind of like dull look to the game in general. Like, it doesn't look very exciting. But the buildings, because it's got these brown buildings that you stack, and I saw people stacking buildings, got this 3D dimensionality to it, and that had my attention. So I was like, I want to give this a go. So I booked a demo for like 4 o'clock. I went there, sat there. I played with like these 4 great people, and we played the demo. And I had fun. I had a good time, actually. I thought the game was going to be, I thought it was going to be boring, right? Because it doesn't look very exciting. But I was interested because people were basically buying stocks and then buying stocks and building properties to increase their stocks. And here's how it works. It's actually very simple. There's this little stock market chart, and it basically starts at like, I don't remember what it starts at. It was like $10. I don't know what the currency they use. 10 currency, 20 currency, 30, whatever. And basically, you have a hand of cards. Everybody starts with a random hand of cards, and you can take an action to buy one more card from this store. But basically, you play a card, and the cards have numbers on them, so it's like 49. And that means you can build a business on 49. So you take these 3 brown buildings and you plop them anywhere from 49. So 49 could be the end one or the middle one or whatever. You just, as long as they're attached. And then you were like, okay, I'm going to build a diamond business because there's a selection of businesses you can choose. You grab the diamond top, you put it on top. This is your diamond business. So now diamond stocks are up for purchase. You can buy stocks in this diamond business. Once you build, you get a choice to what do you want to buy stocks in. So I bought stock. You buy stocks in your own business. I was building coffee.
Makes sense. That follows logically.
Yeah. So I was building the coffee business up. I bought stock in my own coffee, and you can put like a flag in your building that you build, and that counts as like 4 shares. So I bought 4 shares, and the thing is, the bigger your business gets, the more buildings you build next to it, the higher the price of the stocks go. The minimum price is 50. So at some point, when your building gets past 5 units, every unit goes up $10, right? And then you can also do things where you increase the units up because they can stack on top of each other. And if you build a second floor, your stock goes up by like $20. So the more you increase these physical buildings, your stock prices go up. You see this chart, and it's like coffee's going up, diamonds going up, blah, blah, all these buildings you're building, right? And then it's really cool because if you build a new building, you can either start a new business or build on an existing business. So if you build on an existing business, you have to have a number that's right beside it because you're basically building on this grid, this snaky grid, and they're all numbered, and you have cards with numbers on them. So if you happen to have a number that works, you play.
Really wants you to buy it.
Yeah, it is cool. So you play a number next to, if you play a number next to an existing business, if that business has like 5 buildings on it, you're like the 6th. That means the stock increases down to whatever, I guess 60 currency or whatever that is. So that means you can buy stock at 60 currency. So when you first buy it, 60 currency, you get a stock card, which is worth, or a share card, which is worth 60. So you're not really getting any more money from it. But if you continue to build on that building, the stock that you bought earlier is now going up in price. So you buy low and you hope to score high, because at the end you cash in all your stocks. And if 2 buildings merge, because when buildings touch, they have to merge. So if 2 buildings, there's certain building rules, like you can't build within 3 spaces of another building unless you build right against it, which is like kind of building into that company and still building a separate company. So you can't build a separate company within 3 spaces. So anyways, it's really cool, but because the way the board is built, buildings can end up touching. So if that happens, they get overtaken, which is cool. So like the coffee business that I was raising, blended with, I can't remember what the other business, it was like pepper or something. I can't remember what the other business was. But it touched, and my coffee business that I started, even though I didn't have the most stocks in it, it had more influence than the smaller business. So basically the big one sucks in the older one. So it all becomes coffee. And everybody who has stock in like the pepper or whatever the other one was, you have to sell it. Well, you have to sell the stock of the company that got absorbed. Everybody who has that stock has to sell it for the current price. And then the stock value of the coffee goes up. So now like all my cards are up, which is great. And things are going well. Now here's when things didn't go well for me. There was
the diamond mine?
Yes, the diamond. So I was complaining about this earlier. And I'm not complaining. Like the people I played with were great. I played this lady, and she was good. And I got another comment about German players. It's a positive comment.
Okay.
But anyways, so
there's some fun discussions going in the comment, but I want you to finish this because you're on a roll.
She invested in the diamond building heavily, right? So she just was buying diamond stocks. She was building up. She had the flag on top of her building, which is like 4 shares instantly, which is a lot in this game. And then she had like 3 shares on the side. So she had a lot of shares in diamond. And thing was, like, I invested in the beginning because you can build on that building to get some money back. So it's a good way to you invest in another business, you get money. So you can spend on something else. So you don't keep putting on her because she has a lot of diamond stocks, shares. So you don't want to necessarily keep building up her business. But if you pitch in a bit, you get some cash and you're like, all right, I'm out. I'm going to go work on something else. So thing was, I don't know if it was her husband, boyfriend. I'm pretty sure she was with this guy who was across the table. I thought she was a shrewd player. She did really well. She played it smart, right? She had the diamond stock and she was like, this is what I'm doing. And she knew what she was doing. The other guy, he was a little more confident than I think he should have been, right? So, because he was across the table and he had some stock in diamond, but he had nothing compared to her. So every time he'd increase...
Oh, Chris is on now. Chris is watching.
Oh, Chris from Board Game Coffee. So anyways, every time he would increase the stock. He was increasing the stock of diamond for her. Well, but he thought, he was like, it's good for me. No, it's not. It's this good for you. It's this good for her. Anyways, she won. I came in second. He came in third, and the other guy came in way last. But
he basically played the kingmaker.
He did. He was so confident that he was.
But out of incompetence, as opposed to
he was so confident that he was doing so well for himself, which he was not. So he like merged businesses and he built her empire for her. So she crushed us. And she did well because she just stayed quiet and she let it happen.
I can't do that in a game.
She played smart. She let it happen. She knew exactly what was happening. Anyways, that was Chartered. I liked Chartered. But
I kind of want it now based off your description.
Yeah,
You just sold 12 copies.
Yeah, so I'm considering like picking up Charter.
It's 11 people.
It's going to it's going to backers now. So I actually enjoyed it.
Just to catch up on what's been going on,
Sure.
Jason said that the tavern game and the stock board game that you just talked about have been added to your shopping cart. Brittany agrees. She says she hopes that it has been. Chris says there's so many games. How are we going to play them all? I think we need a full gaming weekend. Joseph Pilkus is falling asleep from your description.
Joe, I expect better from you.
Level Z26 wants to know what the stock game is called.
Chartered.
Chartered, okay.
It's called Chartered.
And then there's just random comments.
Right.
Nothing that's like
Next,
super important.
Let's go into my notes. Let's continue. What else do we have?
Okay, what's in your notes? You got The Wall.
The Wall. We're close to the end of the conversation. It's just
We sure are.
This is the last bit, really. So, The Wall. Awaken Realms. The Tainted Grail people. What's the last game they did? What's it called? Ever something. Why do I keep forgetting?
Etherfields.
Etherfields. I don't want to keep saying ever whatever. Etherfields. Yeah, so did I. But I keep for some reason my brain cannot keep that.
Joseph went from sleeping to laughing at you. I
Thanks.
like Joseph. Joseph, we've met. I want to meet you again. You sleeping toward like we can't stand what Mark's saying, then you're laughing at it.
So
Love it.
Awaken Realms. So I went by. We worked with Awaken Realms before, but I've never actually met them. So I went by the booth, said hey, and then Marcin, great guy, he was kind of talking me through what Awaken Realms is up to. And then he was telling me about their next Kickstarter that they got planned. And it's called The Wall. And he was like, well, I don't know how you feel about worker placement. And I was like, I'm in for worker placement, man. Like, I'm down. So he's like, well, we got something here. Because he was explaining some of his simpler games. They're trying some simple things, right? And they've got a Flick'em game. They got something about bees. But I was like, no, I want to hear about The Wall. So he took me over, and there was a kind of a demo kind of going already. Now, The Wall seemed pretty cool. And I've never been disappointed so far with anything Awaken Realms puts out. So I'm confident that if it's not good now, they're going to make it good by the time it goes on Kickstarter. So, The Wall is about the Great Wall of China. Now, the thing is, you have this Wall of China. It's broken up into 3 chunks. You've got Mongolians trying to bust in through one side. And on the other side of the wall, you got this whole economy thing happening where people are like building materials and setting workers on certain spots to build materials. And you're playing against each other, but you can make deals with each other because nobody wants the Mongolians to come in through the wall because if they do, everybody inside suffers. So different parties pitch like, I want to put warriors on the wall to help fight off the Mongolians.
So like semi-cooperative.
Yeah, semi-cooperative. So you like work out, but if you want to at the last minute, you can be like, you know what? If the Mongolians come in, I'm not going to suffer as much as you. So I'm just going to move over here, protect this section, and they're going to come in through your side. So it's cool because there's this. It looks neat. And I'm actually demoing that tomorrow, so I should have more to say on tomorrow's episode because I'm demoing that with actually Jeremy from Man vs. Meeple and Kira.
That was your last bullet point.
Yeah, that was my last bullet point. I finally hooked up with Jeremy. Jeremy, you're awesome. We're gonna go. So it's the game tomorrow. If it goes as planned, should be me, Jeremy, Kira, and Marcin, and we're gonna get a demo of The Wall. So I have more information for you tomorrow, but it seems great. It's a worker placement game by Awaken Realms. It's still in like its prototype format, and the array looks cool, and I like the concept of like you got to work together. You can make deals.
Level 226 asks, is it similar to Spirit Island in gameplay?
It doesn't seem like that at all.
Okay.
No, from what I gathered, no. Because
it's a very complex game.
Yeah. Well, Spirit Island is like all co-op. Like you got to work together, and
yes. But this is more of a semi-co-op.
Yeah, it's semi-co-op. So because you got
to work together to prevent mutual destruction.
But you want to
only to the point that it's not going to hurt you the most.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to be the most productive on this side of the wall, but at the same time, it's like, okay, Sam, I got to work with you because we don't want the Mongolians to come in because that's not good for anybody, right? So we'll help and do it. And then, but yeah, at the end, you can bail and you're like, what if the Mongolians come in now? It's end game. And this will make the difference if I like, yeah, I'll put my warriors on your wall. And then when it comes to the time, you're like, you know what? I'm going to put my warriors over here. You're going to go for a coffee. We're going to go to Starbucks. And that's it. The Mongolians come through and you take the greater hit. Because I could do the math. Right? So it's a little bit of a trust game while you're playing as well. So you're like, do I trust you? Because if you screw me over, can I trust you again? I don't know. But I might have to depend on you. Because we have to depend on each other to build this wall. So it seems neat. So I like this concept.
So you keep talking about walls and putting forces there, and it reminds me of the Game of Thrones Catan.
Oh,
have you played that?
No, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's normal Catan, but you have a wall.
Yeah,
like the ice wall in Game of Thrones. I did not spill my scotch this time, and the phone stayed in my lap, so that's a win. But you have a wall, and you're putting warriors there to stop wildlings from attacking, but they can come through.
Yeah,
and you can essentially let that happen. So anyway, that kind of reminded me.
All right, so
Chris says there's no way he's playing that with you.
Oh, because Chris is gonna lose. That's why.
Throwing down the gauntlet.
Because Chris has a problem with Chris has trust issues. That's the problem with Chris. He has trust issues. I hurt him and Brittany really bad once on Dead of Winter, and they've never.
Oh, Dead of Winter can hurt you.
They've never recovered. And so they have trust issues. That's why Chris doesn't want to play with me. But
you guys ever play like pure co-ops? Not very often.
Yeah,
right?
well, we played Spirit Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brittany fell asleep though. So.
But not very often.
No.
You guys don't play a lot of.
No, we're very competitive. Well.
So you're not going to be going and doing the cooperative adventure of Tiny Epic Tactics. You're going to be playing the battle mode where you're hitting each other.
That's mostly what we're going to do. But yeah. But the thing is, when we tried Dead of Winter, it might be all co-op. That's the thing. It might be. And that's the magic about Dead of Winter. It could be. Like, you might be in a co-op game, but you don't know. And that's the great thing about Dead of Winter, right? Because there might be no traitor. It's not like those traitor games where you're like, I know somebody's a traitor. But here it's like, I feel like one of you are, but none of you might be.
Wow. Okay, I don't know what this is referring to.
What is he saying?
But Chris says that you killed the dog to win. And then Brittany affirmed it and said it's true. Trust was broken. Okay, you killed a dog to win?
You played Dead of Winter?
Yes.
The dog is...
You killed Sparky?
Sparky is awesome. So...
I'm a dog lover.
So Sparky's an
deep
awesome
down.
Character. Sparky's my favorite character. So anyways, I'll run the story short. So...
This happened a year and a half ago. Brittany's feeling emotions. She's once again sobbing into her parents' shoulders because of something that you've said.
The thing is, here's the thing. So, we're playing a game of Dead of Winter. I have the Betrayer card. So the whole time, I was never on their team. So, because I was the Betrayer. But see, Brittany makes it seem like I made the decision to betray them. I didn't. I was put in that role. That is my role, and I did it well. That was it, right? That's my defense. So anyways, I'm playing with
There is no defense for killing Sparky.
I'm playing with them.
No defense.
And we're doing great as a team. Right? And like, we were down on gas, and Brittany was stepping up. She was pitching in gas. But mind you, I did not... See, here's the thing, right? Brittany was acting super suspicious. And I was the betrayer. And I thought she was suspicious. Because... It was like, okay, Brittany, we all need gas. I have no gas. At this point, like, it was so early in the game.
Did you do the classic betrayer move and throw shade at your wife?
Well, no. Well,
to be able to not throw shade at yourself?
I still had to survive a certain amount until I got my things, right? So you still, when you're playing the betrayer, you just got to play legit for a while until you get your goal, and then you turn the tables. So I was playing legit at this point, but Brittany was acting so shady, right? Because we're like, okay, we need gas. And then Brittany went to, like, the library or wherever there's no gas. And we're like, what? Why would you go there?
All I'm hearing is, like, this is just the beginning of what became the repeat of the Hulk situation. Like, I'm going to heal you, or I could play Hulk.
Yeah, so, thing is, yeah, exactly. So, Brittany was doing these suspicious things where she's like, we need this. And she was doing everything that would not get you. She was doing everything but what would get you that. So it was easy to, like, be like, Chris, huh? That's suspicious, right? And he's like, yeah, right? So nobody voted anybody out. But at the end, here's why I killed the dog.
Oh, so, no. I got to leave for this part.
I needed to bring morale down. I have one turn left to do it.
Killing a dog brings morale down.
It does.
It makes me depressed.
I need to bring down one. So what did I do? I think he can't. Sparky, when he runs, he like doesn't do the frostbite roll.
Yeah, he doesn't have to roll it, which is perfect for me because I roll the frostbite symbol every time.
Yeah. So I did something.
I walk and die every time.
So I did an action where I moved Sparky, or I did something with Sparky, and he had to roll the die, and then he rolled the die and died. And everybody was like, "Oh, we were so close." And I was like, "Oh, guys, we were so close." And they're like, "I can't believe we lost." And I was like, "Oh, I can't believe you lost that." And I like, bam! And I slammed down the card. I was like, "Betrayer for the win!" Because I had all the cards I needed. All I needed to do was, I needed to bring morale down one more number. And killing the dog wasn't my plan, because I was like, I'm going to move the dog over there to do something to get the morale down. And I moved him, and he just happened to die. It was like just a win-win situation. So the dog, I didn't kill the dog on purpose. It was just a happy accident.
Two things. First of all, I think you're a terrible person.
But
Second, level 226 or Z26 says, all I hear is a guilty person making excuses.
What was the best?
And Jason says, shame on you.
The best.
You are not winning in this situation.
The best.
This is not looking good for you.
No, the best thing, you gotta understand, the best thing is because everybody was so down, and I was arguing so much about Brittany being guilty, and I felt it that she was, even though I knew I was guilty. Like, I was the betrayer. But
I really felt it. Knowing it wasn't true, I really felt it.
But when we lost, or when I won, and they lost, and they were so downtrodden. They were like so down. They never looked so upset after losing something. So when I told them I was the betrayer and I won, Brittany got so pissed. She got red-faced, she got up and like just walked away from the table.
So not a table flip.
No, but she was just like steaming, like, I gotta walk away from the situation or it's gonna get nasty. And she just walked away. Like, she was seriously pissed. So she walked away, and Chris is a nice guy. Chris is like a nice, like, sensible guy. Oh, we got a comment. Chris is a nice, sensible guy. But I looked at Chris.
Jason's giving us dog emoji.
Oh, I was like, Chris. No, there was somebody before. So I was like, Chris, you get I had to do that, right? You get me. You understand, Chris. You understand why I do it. And Chris wouldn't say anything. And Chris, this guy, he looked down. His face was just red. And he was just like shaking his head, right? He's just like not impressed. So if I upset Chris, I know I went too far. So that's it. That's it for the show. You got a bonus Dead of Winter story in there. But that's it. Day 3. We'll cover that tomorrow. If there's anything you want me to cover, please put it in the comments. I will try to get it. So far I forgot what the other game. We have King of Tokyo. Let's see what's going on with there.
Yep.
And we got, what's the other game? What's going on? I can't remember. There was 2 games I was supposed to check out. King of Tokyo, and we'll go over the notes.
Yeah. Well,
you said you knew the designer or something. You knew somebody who worked on it. Come on, Sammy.
Oh, geez, I don't know. I don't remember.
That was so long ago.
That was 35 minutes ago.
We'll look over the notes. Anyways, so
back Tiny Epic Dinosaurs on Kickstarter right now.
Yeah, sure, do that. You got how many days left? Like 9 days? 8 days? Something like that? Yeah.
Yep.
So there, you got time.
November 4th. Oh, gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your Essen. I'm off to Colorado for my birthday, and I'll catch up with you later, says Joseph Silkus.
And Joseph, we are off. And we will review the notes to see what the other game was, other than King of Tokyo. That I had to check. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, we'll check out the comments. Oh, was it?
Oh, Blacklist. It was Blacklist.
There you go.
That's right.
Blacklist games.
Brittany says, happy birthday, Joe. Should we do him a quick happy birthday?
Happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday, Joe.
You're good people.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Joseph. Okay, so that is all.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
To you.
Anything you want to know. We had the crooner here. Leave it in the comments.
And don't forget the Tavern Board game.
And we'll try. Oh, and the Tavern Board game. Yes. I will get the Tavern. Brittany, Tavern Board game's coming for you, baby. Okay, that is all.
I'm going to buy it out so he can't, and then I'm going to gift it to you, Brittany.
Oh, yeah, and Charted.
And Charted. Yeah. I'm going to do both of them. I'm going to be like, look what your husband couldn't do. Here you go, Brittany.
All right.
Enjoy.
All right. Fine. Okay. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.